Number 1. Sleep paralysis. Wide awake, totally screwed. You ever wake up and realize you can't move a single muscle? Like your body decided to go on strike but forgot to tell your brain? Oh, and to make it worse, there's a shadowy figure sitting on your chest, just casually watching you like it's paranormal Netflix. Welcome to sleep paralysis, the absolute king of why is this happening to me? Sleep events. It usually strikes when you're falling asleep or waking up during a little slice of hell called REM-atonia. That's a fancy term for your body temporarily turning off your muscles so you don't flail around like a cartoon character during your dreams. Except, sometimes because your brain is just so helpful it wakes up before your body does. And what's better than being frozen in place? How about your brain also conjuring up some terrifying hallucinations just to keep things spicy? Because yes, sleep paralysis comes with bonus content, demons in the corner, whispering voices, pressure on your chest, and the overwhelming certainty that something wants to eat your soul through your eyeballs. The good news? It's totally harmless. The bad news? It feels like the trailer for your own horror movie. Your body thinks it's protecting you. Your brain thinks it's Halloween. And you? You just wanted a nap without becoming an unwilling cast member of Ghost Hunter's Bedroom Edition. Number 2. The startle reflex. Your inner jump scare. You hear a balloon pop, you flinch, your whole body jerks like someone just tried to plug you into the Matrix. Congratulations, you've just triggered the startle reflex, aka your nervous system's way of shouting panic first, ask questions later. This reflex is so deeply wired, babies are born with it. It's called the Moro reflex, and it's one of the first things doctors check in newborns because a baby that doesn't flail its arms like it just saw its tax bill, that's actually concerning. Back in the day, this reaction served a purpose. If you were chilling in a tree and heard a sudden noise like a predator creeping up behind you, your body would react instantly to get you out of danger. Arms flailing, legs twitching, core tensing, the whole action hero sequence in half a second. Fast forward to now, and your body still does that. Except instead of lions, it's popcorn bags or someone saying your name unexpectedly in a Zoom call. Also, that mini heart attack you get when your phone buzzes at 3 a.m.? That's the exact same survival alarm being repurposed for social anxiety and emoji delivery systems. The startle reflex used to save your life. Now it mostly just makes you spill coffee in public and pretend you didn't squeak like a startled hamster. So next time you jump out of your skin over something stupid, just remember, it's not fear. It's prehistoric performance art. Number 3, dream rehearsal, your brain's secret theater. You're asleep. You're dreaming about getting chased by a T-Rex through a Walmart or having a lightsaber duel with your math teacher. Makes no sense, right? But guess what? Your brain is running simulations like it's the CEO of an anxiety-fueled video game company. According to sleep researchers, dreams, especially during REM sleep, might actually be your brain's way of rehearsing threats, practicing social situations, or solving problems without the real-world consequences. It's like mental CrossFit, except everyone's naked and flying for some reason. And here's the wild part. Your brain uses real emotions. If you feel scared in a dream, your actual fight or flight system can activate. Your heart rate goes up. Your breathing changes. Your brain's like, this is fine, totally normal. Carry on. Even if the dream makes zero sense, your emotional circuits are firing like they're being graded. So while you think your dreams are just bizarre mashups of Disney plots and existential dread, your brain's like, we're learning valuable lessons here, like how to escape a talking microwave with a knife. Basically, your body treats sleep like it's nighttime rehearsal for the world's weirdest stage play starring you, a goat, and your ex from 3rd grade. Number 4. Sleep talking. You're not done being weird yet. You think sleep is your quiet time? Think again, because your brain loves an audience. Sleep talking or somniloquy is when your mouth decides it has something important to say at 3:12 a.m., even if your conscious mind has long since checked out. It can be mumbles, whispers, full sentences, or an Oscar-worthy monologue about cheese, alien conspiracies, or that one time in 6th grade you farted during gym class and never recovered socially. And no, you have zero memory of it, which makes sleep talking the ultimate betrayal. Your body not only speaks without permission, it also refuses to admit it later. Sleep talking tends to show up during non-REM sleep, when your brain is half awake and your filter is completely gone. It's more common in kids, stressed out adults, and people with sleep disorders, or just anyone whose subconscious really needed to tell someone about the flaming squirrel war. Sometimes it's harmless. Sometimes it's creepy, like the time someone muttered they're already inside the walls and then snored like nothing happened. So if someone tells you that you spent the night reciting haunted grocery lists, believe them. Your unconscious is apparently bilingual, dramatic, and has opinions. Number 5. Sleepwalking. The midnight errand you didn't sign up for. You go to sleep in your bed. You wake up on the kitchen floor, or halfway through brushing your teeth with a spoon, or worse, outside. Welcome to sleepwalking, the human body's favorite way to remind you that you are absolutely not the boss of your own brain. Also known as somnambulism, sleepwalking usually happens during deep, non-REM sleep. That's when your brain is just alert enough to move your body, but not quite online enough to make good decisions, like staying in bed, or not eating an entire stick of butter thinking it's a popsicle. Sleepwalking is more common in kids, but adults aren't immune, especially if you're stressed, sleep-deprived, or genetically cursed with weird nighttime habits. And despite what television says, it's not just harmless shuffling. People have driven cars, cooked meals, or even climbed out of windows while sleepwalking. The real horror? You have no memory of it. Like your body had a party while you were blacked out and didn't even leave you a note. And let's clear something up. You can wake a sleepwalker. The whole never wake them or they'll die myth is nonsense. Sure, they'll be confused, disoriented, and possibly annoyed that you interrupted their 3 a.m. pantry raid, but they'll live. So if you or someone you love has ever tried to alphabetize socks in the middle of the night while unconscious, congratulations. You've officially entered the weirdest club your nervous system can host. Number 6. Exploding head syndrome. Not as metal as it sounds. You're falling asleep peacefully. Then suddenly bang. A loud explosion. A crash. A scream. Your heart's racing. Your eyes are wide. And you leap up like you've just been teleported into a Michael Bay movie. Except, nothing happened. This delightful phenomenon is called exploding head syndrome. And no, it doesn't mean your brain is about to self-destruct like a spy gadget. It's a parasomnia, a fancy word for sleep, being a little too dramatic. It usually occurs during the transition into sleep and manifests as an imaginary loud sound like a gunshot, door slam, or, yes, an explosion inside your head. Some people also experience flashes of light or even a sense of doom, because clearly your brain wanted to give you a full sensory panic buffet. We don't know exactly what causes it, but theories range from sudden shifts in brain activity to minor seizures to your neurons just tripped over themselves again. The good news? It's not dangerous. The bad news? It's terrifying, because nothing says restful night like your brain jump-scaring itself for no reason. So, if your sleep occasionally starts with a personal jump scare designed by your nervous system's worst intern, just know you're not alone. Your exploding head is just being extra. Number 7. Nocturnal orgasms. Your brain's wild after-hours programming. Let's just call it what it is. The dream team is doing overtime. Nocturnal orgasms, aka sleep orgasms or wet dreams, are proof that your body has its own entertainment schedule and you are not consulted. These nighttime surprises aren't limited to teenage boys and health class horror stories. People of all genders, ages, and caffeine levels can experience them. And no, you don't always need a spicy dream to trigger one. Sometimes it's just your nervous system saying, hey, we had some leftover dopamine, figured we'd use it. Your brain is basically pressing go on a sequence of physiological events, increased blood flow, muscle contractions, heightened sensitivity, all while you're just trying to peacefully dream about tacos or space travel. The interesting part? Sleep orgasms can occur without any conscious sexual thoughts. Your REM cycle takes the wheel, fires up the right brain circuits, and voila, your nervous system throws a party. Scientists still aren't totally sure why this happens. Stress relief? Hormonal cycles? A full bladder pressing weirdly? Who knows? But it's normal, not harmful. And frankly, sometimes just your subconscious trying to remind you it still works. So if you've ever woken up with the vague sense that something went down while you were out, that's your body being its own awkward wingman. Number 8. Teeth grinding. Your jaw's secret fight club. Your body wants to relax while you sleep. But your jaw? Oh no. Your jaw is ready for war. Teeth grinding, aka bruxism, is your subconscious way of turning 8 hours of rest into an MMA match inside your mouth. And spoiler, nobody wins. Except maybe your dentist. This delightful habit usually happens during non-REM sleep, and it's often tied to stress, anxiety, sleep apnea, or your body just being mad about things it forgot to deal with while awake. You might not even know you're doing it until you wake up with a sore jaw, headaches, chipped teeth, or your partner says you sounded like a cement mixer gnawing on gravel. Some theories suggest bruxism is your nervous system's way of releasing tension, sort of like squeezing a stress ball. Except in this case, the stress ball is your molars. Left unchecked, it can cause long-term damage, worn enamel, cracked teeth, jaw disorders, and the very real possibility that you'll be paying for night guards like they're made of gold. So if your sleep includes nightly jaw cardio, don't ignore it. Your body's telling you it needs help, or possibly a vacation, or therapy, or all three, because sometimes your body processes your stress by chewing on itself in protest. Number 9. Night terrors, when your brain screams and you don't know why. Imagine sitting up in bed, screaming bloody murder, eyes wide open, while completely unconscious. Nope, not a possession. Just a casual night terror, your brain's dramatic middle-of-the-night tantrum with zero memory of the event the next day. Unlike nightmares, which are like horror movies you watch, night terrors are like horror movies your body stars in. They usually happen during non-REM sleep, especially in children. But adults aren't immune. Lucky us. During a night terror, your brain kind of glitches, a piece of it wakes up just enough to trigger a full-body panic, but not enough to realize, hey, we're safe. We're at home. This isn't a zombie apocalypse. The result? You bolt upright, scream, flail, sweat, and maybe even get out of bed like a possessed Roomba with anxiety issues. And yet when you really wake up, you don't remember a thing. Just damp sheets and very traumatized roommates. No one knows exactly why they happen, but they're linked to stress, sleep deprivation, fever, and apparently your brain just wanting to keep things interesting at 2:37 a.m. So if you've ever been told you screamed the name of your 4th grade teacher and tried to fight a lamp while asleep, congrats, your nervous system moonlights as a horror improv troupe. And for the record, way scarier for the person watching than the person doing it. Number 10. Sleep eating. Midnight munchies you didn't approve. You wake up and discover the kitchen looks like a raccoon broke in, empty chip bags, peanut butter jar half gone, spoon in the freezer, and you? No memory of any of it. Either you're living with a ghost, or you just had an episode of sleep eating. Also known as nocturnal sleep-related eating disorder, NSRED, this is exactly what it sounds like. Your body decides to raid the fridge while your brain is off duty. Unlike late-night snacking when you're semi-conscious and morally defeated, sleep eating happens in a state of partial arousal. Your motor skills are online, but your judgment is very much on vacation. People with NSRED have been known to eat uncooked food, weird combos looking at you, mayo plus jelly, or even inedible items like paper towels and soap. Because apparently when your body's sleepwalking with a snack mission, the standards are low. Sleep eating's been linked to stress, certain medications, and other sleep disorders like sleepwalking. It's less about hunger and more about your body saying, hey, what if we just YOLO'd through this jar of pickles right now? And the worst part? You might gain weight, feel sick, or destroy your diet without ever remembering doing it. So if your midnight self keeps hosting secret snack parties, maybe it's time to get help, or at least hide the Nutella, because nothing says betrayal like your own body sabotaging you via sandwich. That's all for today. I'll be making similar videos in the future. Subscribe to see them.